Hi guys, welcome to Yadira Laguerre blog.com. I'm Yadira Laguerre. So I want to tell you guys about my trip to Puerto Rico. Last week was my birthday on Tuesday and my husband took me to Puerto Rico. We've been doing this every year since 2012. It's kind of been our thing where we go to Puerto Rico, just the two of us, and every time we go to a different part. So we always fly into San Juan, we rent a car, and we just go all over the island and just do our thing. So there had been something that I've been wanting to do for the longest, which was the Bio Bay in Vieques. The Bio Bay in Vieques is the brightest, most luminescent bay in the entire world. So this time we specifically planned our trip around the Bio Bay, just to go to the Bio Bay. After we had already planned our trip, everything was set. I started Googling the Bio Bay and I found this New York Times article from June of 2014 saying that the bay had gone dark, that the little microorganisms that are in there that light up were no longer lighting up, and there were scientists from all over the world coming to the bay to find out why the bay had gone dark. So of course I was freaking out because this is what we planned the whole trip around. And I thought, oh my god, I missed my last chance to experience this. Like, I totally missed my chance. The bay went dark. So I kept Googling, trying to find a follow-up story, trying to find like, okay, well, what else is going on? Did they come back? And nobody else was talking about it. There was no follow-up story. The person that we had spoken to where we were renting the house in Vieques, the person we were renting the house from, they were like, don't take your car. It's a really small island. You know, everything is within walking distance, so don't take your car to Vieques. We realized really quick that things were not walking distance. Like, maybe walking distance if you're used, like if you live in Manhattan or something and you're used to walking 20 blocks. But we live in Jersey and we take the car to the deli down the road. Like, it's pathetic, but it's true. So my husband rented a scooter. And I have to tell you that riding around that island on the back of my husband, holding on to my husband's back, was terrifying. And I'm not a fraidy cat type of person, but riding around holding on to my husband on the back of that scooter was like the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm so serious, and I don't ever want to do that again. There were some moments in there where it felt freeing and I was like, oh, this is amazing. But those moments were few and far between because for the most part I was like, I don't like this. I'd rather be in a car, I'd rather be walking, I'd rather be riding a bike, anything but this. But anyway, so we booked the Bio Bay tour. I asked the guy, Jose, like, yo, what's going on with the Bio Bay? Like, I heard it went dark. And he was like, yes, it did. For like several months last year it went dark, but now it's back and it says it's the brightest that it's ever been. So I'm like, awesome. So I called right away and I booked the tour. So we went with Abe Tours and they are amazing. They were so organized. We met at a parking lot and then we got in a van. They gave us all of the instructions. They gave us life jackets and they drove us off into this bumpy road into the woods to this bay in the middle of nowhere. And they just let us go out into the water, into this huge bay to explore. But they had to make sure that we were within voice distance and we weren't just, you know, escaping with their kayak or whatever. It was funny because when I posted on Facebook that I can't take pictures, people were giving me like the loophole, like, well, just say that you can't understand English and you didn't know you can. It's not that I wasn't allowed to take pictures, it's that I couldn't because my camera's not waterproof and I didn't want to bring it into the water. After experiencing the whole thing, I'm so glad that I couldn't take pictures because it made me be in the moment. You know, like when you're focused on taking pictures, you're more focused on getting the right shot. I know I would have been completely insane taking pictures of these things, but the fact that I didn't bring my camera and I had to be in the moment and experience it, let me just tell you guys, you have to just get on the plane tomorrow, fly into San Juan, take the little ferry into Vieques and go to that Bio Bay. It is amazing. Or you can fly from San Juan into Vieques if you want to do that, you know, if you don't want to take the ferry. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And it is, to this day, the #1 Bio Bay in the entire world. And bio is short for bioluminescent. So they have these little organisms. They just glow. Like whenever you touch them, they glow. He told us that they only glow once every 45 minutes. So each one that you touch will not glow again for 45 minutes. But the bay is so full of them that you can't even tell. It's just continuous light. Once you paddle with your oar, you see the light. It's like whoosh. You see it lighting up. I kept sticking my hand in. Like Pierre was behind me, rowing behind me, and he pretty much was rowing the whole time because I put my oars down and I just kept playing with the water. Like that's all I was doing the whole time. I would go like this in the water, and once I lifted up my hands, you would see like glistening, like just falling from your hand. Or you would go like this and you could see like sparkles like all down, like psh. Or you would see the fish swimming under the water and they would leave a trail of light behind them. It was amazing. It's like 1,000 points of light, literally, just everywhere. You touch it and it's like just beautiful, just lighting up and glowing, and it was just, it was just amazing. They've tried to take the exact temperature of the water, the nutrients of the mangrove trees, everything. They've tried to replicate it somewhere else and reproduce it, and the organisms don't live. So it's just amazing to me how, you know, God has created this. There are probably healing properties to those little organisms, or some kind of something that they're going to discover that these things do, because everything has a purpose, right? So like, I mean, it could just be that those things are there just for our enjoyment, just to see them light up, like, wow, this, I was like a little kid, like I was so enjoying every moment of it. And it could be that's the whole purpose. But I have a feeling that in the next coming years, now that they're starting to really research it more after it went dark last year and it came back, they're starting to really research it more. And I have a feeling in the next few years, they're going to discover that those little organisms can do something that we don't even know about yet. If you have a place that you have visited that you want us to know about, that people have to go to, let me know, because I'm letting you guys know that this Bio Bay needs to go on your list of things to do in life. It is amazing. So yeah, be sure to check out my blog so you can see some pictures. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every Monday and Wednesday, and would love to have you hang out with me. To see the video that I made last Wednesday, which is the one before this, you can check out right below. I did a BFF tag with 2 of my girls and it was pretty fun. Thanks so much. Remember to live a life without limits. Having a niche is overrated. Just create. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.